you expect some respect to go on. Don't fill her in. She feels like you are cutting her off. You end up doing it properly. You're gonna have her wonder and really want some answers at the end. I need some answers right now. I need him to talk. So now she feels more obligated. So maybe you will see results happening after 3 days, and you're the one that's waiting for her to get back to you and tell you, hello everyone, and welcome to my self-improvement and dating podcast. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about if you disappear, she gives you attention. So when you go ahead and disappear, basically you're not there anymore. That attention ends up being brought back to you because of all of the energy and the actions that she's going to end up taking, which causes her to end up being more involved than she expected. She ends up doing things that she never did before, or things that you never expected her to do. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the positive and the negative, how this attention will come back to you. So with that being said, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Let's get this video to 200 likes and I will drop a part 2 right away. And always request the other types of videos y'all want to see in the comment section down below. To get into this topic, let's start with the positive. The first thing that you have to understand is that it's kind of by force. The thing about this is that she never had intentions of actually giving you that attention. At the end, at some point, look at it this way. If she was feeling you, there was a good vibe, good connection, then she might just go ahead and give it to you a little bit here and there, but it doesn't get to that next extent, that next level, because she still has you the same way. In other words, because she still is comfortable and has that security with you and knows what you are about, seeing that you guys can get somewhere and all that you're putting in. For her, ultimately, she has to go to a certain amount. Y'all, before I continue on, make sure you go ahead and comment down below disappear. If you haven't still, go ahead and comment disappearing, because you need to go ahead and take those next steps, especially if you're in a bad situation and you know you need to do something about it, such as not be there the same, such as actually make sure she is not seeing what's going on in your life. Don't fill her in. She feels like you are cutting her off and things like that. And so back into the topic of disappearing, it is also important for you guys to realize how you should be disappearing. That means that it should be really unexpected. Don't feel the need to make it be a message, an announcement like, hey, I'm gonna be gone. She thinks she could have her ways with you. So for you, what could I do in the situation? I should not be here. That is correct. So don't make it worse for yourself, or don't make disappearing not be so effective by going ahead and letting it be known. It's always going to be your actions that she takes the most serious. If y'all want to talk about some of the things you could be doing, what your situation is like, or it could be simply things that you want to just talk about, let's go ahead and get on the line and talk about it. Consultations can be about anything, so go ahead and book after this video by clicking the link down below. So when you're doing it effectively, think about it like this. What happens oftentimes is, let's say you don't actually get the disappearing happening properly, so now she's in the state of mind of, is he really gonna be gone for real? Is he actually gonna stay like this? When you are talking to her, imagine when she goes to a bar or goes out with her girls, has a good time, beginning stage, and it's getting somewhere, or really officially dating. Now you expect some respect to go on, communicate with you what's going on. Now here's the thing, she decides to not care if you are texting her. This is before though. This is when she didn't really care about you so much, because the last person that texted her, the last one that got back to the texting, sometimes y'all double texted, right? So the last person that did that was you. You were the one that actually went out of your way to make sure you reply back quickly, you reply back with actual answers. Maybe she was asking you where you were going tonight, and you're the one that's waiting for her to get back to you and tell you, hey, this is what I'm doing tonight. And so here's the sad thing about all of this, and I'll get into the positive after, but the sad thing about all of this is that she's not prioritizing you. You're not that important to her, unfortunately. So she is not valuing you enough to say, hey, well, I'm gonna get back to him. Now let's talk about how it turns into a positive. Now before I continue, if y'all want to go ahead and check out my Patreon, it has a whole lot of explicit and exclusive content that you could only check if you are a member, and there's also other benefits on there, so make sure you do click that link. What happens next? This is gonna be where, let's say she goes out. Now you have disappeared for some time. You notice that you're not getting respected the way you want to. You realize there's no way that she's gonna take me serious, or back to the value, such a big lack of it being shown for you. So now you decide to go disappearing. You decide to go ahead and not be there the same way, and you actually don't let it be known, don't give an announcement. Then she gets into, oh well, I'm out at the bar, she's checking her phone, and hey, be there for hours, she could be having a great time. Because you are the one that actually disappeared, it affects her. That gets her into, wow, wait, what's going on here? So now she feels more obligated, especially if it's been some time, say hours to some days when she was supposed to get back to you. She's realizing, well, with you either doing this, you're doing that, and you're not including her no more, or you're really just out of her life completely, and you have disappeared so much that she has no answers, no nothing coming in. So maybe you will see results happening after 3 days, or it could be even a week. week. That simply means that she was watching and waiting to see what you were doing. So let's go ahead and move on to how this is becoming a negative, a real negative. And this is simply down to you might be feeling sad or upset, or even let's say some sort of anger, that it leads her to be like, well, I need some answers right now. I need him to talk. I need him to respond. So that really means that she's willing to do whatever it takes to get that to happen. So the sad truth about that now, it becomes, well, if it means that I have to go ahead and reach out this one time, you end up doing it properly, you're gonna have her wonder and really want some answers at the end. And so she's gonna go ahead and message you. She's gonna go ahead and make sure that she gets back to you somehow. And sometimes it does become simply validation. The attention that she wants now really into the negative is what she wants brought back to her, because she's realizing how much she's catching herself looking your way, wanting more from you, now wanting to get that attention from you. So she's gonna try to put it out so she can get it back reciprocated. So I'm gonna wrap up with how it's gonna be so many times you notice the positives coming in and the negatives, and then it could be back and forth, and then it becomes confusing too, because it's like, well, should I do this forever? And sometimes the answer is really you should, because you realize, oh yeah, there's nothing that's really gonna change. Giving her this chance, I disappeared, I've done this, there's no going back, there's no looking back at it. And so simply that means sometimes it does come down to leaving her alone completely and disappearing. That is other stuff that I'll talk about in other videos and when I bring this part 2 up. If y'all want that part 2 right away, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Let's get this video to 200 likes and I'll bring it right away. Don't forget to go ahead and check out all my links down below. It'll be in my bio and in the comment section pinned, so go ahead and check it out. Y'all see me in my next video. Bye y'all.